Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Mike from sneakerhistory.com and we are back with another video. Guys, today we have some shoes from one of my favorite NBA players ever and the youngest MVP the league has ever seen.
By Rose, he's taking it up, man. Is this, come on, run it. Steal, Rose is on fire.
Alright guys, so as you guys saw from the box, you saw from the clips, we're talking about none other than Derrick Rose, D Rose himself. And guys, Adidas has come back with a retro, or I guess in this case a Restomod. They have brought back two of his sneakers in this new Restomod model, one being the D Rose 4, which I'll put a picture up here. And today what we're looking at actually is going to be one of my favorite all-time basketball models. It's going to be the D Rose 1.5. Now, it is very weird how Adidas is going about doing this, guys. I don't understand the marketing or lack of marketing, or I don't understand, because was it 2020? They retroed the D Rose 1. No changes, no retro mod, which you guys are probably seeing videos from other channels with Restomod. It is, the term comes from cars, from when they restore and modify a car. So where they restore to original look, but in the innards, the performance, they change things to make it better. So basically, in sneakers terms, think of the Kobe Protro. How we got the same sneaker when it comes to aesthetics, but inside the technology, the cushioning, the performance was tweaked a little bit to make it a little bit better for the times we're in. Now, bring that back to Adidas here with the D Rose sneakers that are retro modding, or retroing, whatever is easy for you guys to say. But like I said, 2020 during the All-Star game in Chicago, they actually retroed the D Rose 1 in two different colors. No changes there, it is what it is. But if you guys remember in 2019, they actually retroed the 1.5 and no changes. So it has only been 3 years now since they actually brought the sneaker back. But they've been doing some weird things, because they brought back the 4, which I mentioned a second ago, and they did a Restomod on that. They brought back this one now, which just dropped randomly on the Adidas website. It's supposed to drop end of last year from my understanding, but of course with supply chain issues, things have gotten pushed back, and this was no different, which is fine. That's not the issue. But why in the world are we not talking about it? I understand D Rose, I think he's hurt again right now, but if you're gonna retro something, why not actually talk about it more? Now, not only D Rose, but another one of my favorite basketball players, Tracy McGrady, his sneakers are retro modding on Adidas website as well, as well as other sneaker retailers. And again, there's nothing, no information behind them. They're just quietly dropping, which is nice for people like you and me who like to get sneakers and don't want the big hoopla behind it. We want to be able to grab it and just go, just like kind of was back in the day, like we talk about. But I guess sometimes in the same vein, I feel like it's a little bit disrespectful. You know, that's just my thoughts, that you're not talking about one of the best point guards. Again, I know his career was cut short by injuries in the sense of what could have been. He was so explosive in the beginning, and after that MVP run, he had the knee injuries, and it's kind of not been the same. But when you look at D Rose, he could have just stopped playing, but he's continuously still going. He's altered his game to still be a productive member of an NBA team. And again, I know right now he is injured again, if I'm not mistaken, but again, it just could be nostalgia talking to me. But this you got to talk about this. He has now, what, 11, 12 models with Adidas? That's not something many people can say. I think you got Kobe, we got LeBron, we got KD. I want to say, I could be wrong, and of course, Jordan. Those are only a handful of individuals who have more than 10 signature models with a company. And if I'm missing anybody, throw them down there. I don't write these out before I start talking, so I'm just kind of going. I just think this should be talked about. This is history. This is the shoe he won MVP in back in the 2010-2011 season. So we're gonna get right into it, and I won't blabber on anymore, just we'll talk about the shoe. But guys, this is a beautiful basketball sneaker. Something that, again, one of my favorite basketball models. This came back true to form. I'm trying to remember exactly what this particular colorway looked like in hand back in 2010, because I actually do have, let me see here, just for comparison, but the materials are different because it's a different colorway, which Adidas is prone to do a lot. But I have a all-star version of the 1.5 from that same year, the actual year. This is the OG. Shout out to Chris Chu. You guys know him from the sneaker podcast out in Canada. The homie sent over a pair of these not too long ago, and my goodness, it was so nice to have these and to know these are coming back out, really just to put the collection together of OG and the Restomod. Really excited about that. Now, again, you look at both of these shoes. This is the Restomod, this is the OG. Same shape, we're not getting any big changes. Again, with the All-Star model, the Sprint Web, or Sprint Skin, sorry, is actually going to be 3M, so it's different here than what we're looking at as a kind of a suede / Nubuck Sprint Skin here. Now, the Sprint Skin was just a light kind of material to make sure it molded to your skin while still being breathable, just giving you very light upper to make sure you can move as fast as possible, because if you guys remember the commercials, it was about D-Rose being just fast. And that was really Adidas' kick at that point, like the crazy light, all those things. It was about being as light as possible. That was the kick they were in at that time frame. Now we're gonna go to our tongue, still gonna be that same mesh tongue. We're gonna have our Derrick Rose name up top. We're gonna have a DR here. And if I'm not mistaken, this is before he had the Rose logo. I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but I think that's before he had the Rose logo, which I think is one of the best logos in basketball, by the way, when it comes to signature sneakers. We're gonna have our oval laces, red tips, nothing special there, no extra laces, standard that come in the pack here, just these. The white toe. I love the white toe. The contrast on this with this patent leather is so, so nice. They had the, I think this is the home pair, and then the away pair had the black toe, but I love just a slight change to make those different, but this white toe just pops so much and just gives it just a super nice look. You have your Adidas branding right here on the little toe tag, which is kind of weird to say. And pretty much everything is really just same as the original. You had, instead of the D-Rose one where you had the kind of detached geo-fit collar, this one's gonna be the attached geo-fit collar, which makes the shoe a little higher than normal to make sure D-Rose is able to get his ankle braces in there. That was the thing. You wanna make sure you can fit his ankle braces in there and have the protection and comfort. So that's what the geo-fit collar was. And again, same deal with these. Again, this one's gonna look a little different because this is an all-star pair, so the tongue is a little different on this OG pair, and still the high geo-fit collar, and almost, I don't know, I think it's just because of the different materials, because this one's more patent leather on it. It almost feels like this geo-fit collar is lower than this one, but it could just be my eyes deceiving me, I don't know. And also, this one's a 9.5 and this is a 10, which we'll talk about sizing later, because you guys know Adidas is just weird about that. But anywho, we get down to the Sprint frame. So when it came to the D-Rose sneakers, and I think some more of the crazy light models, the Sprint frame was going to be what they use really to start the sneaker. It was basically like, I guess the best way to describe it is like a chassis of a car. They really built everything on top of this Sprint frame, and it's meant to really, be like a torsion plate. So that way you have the stability to go ahead and, make those cuts, make those turns, and just do a lot of things while not giving up too much of the shoe's integrity. So you see, it still turns a bit, but it's not going to just, you can't just twist the whole thing, or I can't just bend it completely. You still have that little bit of rigidity, let's see if I said that right, to make sure you can still be safe and secure in the shoe. Now, as we go down, we have our big change. So with this sneaker, we're gonna look at the OG first, and look at this cushioning. This could be because it's, older, it's a bit stiffer cushioning. I think it was just an EVA foam. I don't know the name of it, I was trying to search it. I'm not sure what they used back in that time frame when it originally released. I'm not sure. But with the Restomod, we have a Lightstrike cushioning. You guys can see that here. Of course, I get closer images for you, but this is a bit softer, a bit more responsive than what was in the shoe. Now, it's not a lot of cushioning in the shoe to begin with, so I don't know if it's gonna make a big change. I haven't played ball in so long now, and I haven't played in these, clearly. Tag's still on them. But they are a bit softer. And again, I don't know if that's because of age on that other pair, or if it actually is just that much softer. So, at least from what I can see and feel, the Lightstrike is gonna be a bit more comfortable, just again, putting them both, trying them both on, and feeling, just physically, actually looking at this is softer. Now you're still gonna have your D-Rose signature right on top of the Lightstrike here. And one of my favorite parts of the shoe is going to be the heel cup and the Adidas branding, because the 3 stripes start here. And the big thing about the shoe is like D-Rose is so fast that when he takes off, they want you to still see the branding because the 3 stripes go underneath the heel. One of the coolest things, some of the coolest, I think some of the best commercials with D-Rose. So you guys forgive me for just, again, rambling. This is just, again, one of my favorite players and one of my favorite shoes from that player, so it's gonna happen. Now as we get down to the bottom of the shoe, we're gonna have that pure motion setup where we have those pods here. And honestly, I think the pods are just to give you that extra cushioning while pivoting and moving on your forefoot. I'm not too sure, I'm kind of kind of guessing almost because I wasn't too sure about that, but it does have kind of a wavy traction pattern that's going to be different than the Cilia traction that you're going to see here. Which I played the D-Rose 1s a lot when I was in college, so that's been some time ago, and I really love that shoe and I love the traction, and they kept that same traction here. Now, overall, this is a fantastic shoe. I know that it's not going to be the shoe that, blows the world away with the retro, like, we've been waiting for this one. Probably only D-Rose fans or only people who like the shoe, play basketball, are going to be the ones to buy it. But I think it's a piece of history, and no pun intended, it's a piece of sneaker history. Derrick Rose won MVP wearing this particular sneaker, and you can't overlook that. This is one of the greatest basketball moments out there because, again, he was the youngest MVP the league had ever seen. This year, I think is going to be really great for retro basketball product across the board. This being one of those sneakers, so I'm really excited about that. If you guys know me, you guys know I like old school performance basketball sneakers in kind of that early 2000s up to like 2011. Of course, I respect and like the stuff before that, but when I was playing basketball during that time, and that's the stuff that gives me that nostalgia feeling, things I really like. So this is a good year for a lot of retro basketball product coming out, and this is kind of the tip of the iceberg. Just started it out, so stay on the lookout. We're going to do a lot of retro basketball performance reviews, if at all possible, if I'm able to get my hands on all of them. Now, sizing with this. I remember this sneaker for some reason running big. So, the OG pair you see is a 9.5. They fit pretty much right on the money, like right at the tip of my toe, perfect for basketball. But I was like, man, you know what? I don't know how much I'm gonna play basketball, and I want to get casual. Let's try 10. I just want to really compare. I got a 10 in these. These fit perfect too. So, again, Adidas sizing is super weird to me. I would say go true to size if you can't try them on. These fit perfect. Size 10 fit perfect. I don't know if they ran bigger back in the day or maybe I'm just weird, but the size 10 fits perfectly in this Restomod version. And I guess try them on. I guess the worst thing that can happen is you try them on, they're too big or too small, return them. There's a full size run on the Adidas website, which I'll link down below. Again, I don't think these are gonna fly off the shelves too fast. Heck, if you wait long enough, they may go on sale because this is not something that people are really running to go see. This is probably gonna be a really niche video for those D-Rose fans and those D-Rose signature sneaker fans. So I hope you guys like it. If you've never seen the shoe, hopefully you guys like it and want to try it out. I really do. I hope I can bring new things to you guys if you hadn't seen them before to give you some, again, intrigue to try something new. Now, you guys go ahead and hit the like button, drop a comment, all those good things, because I love to talk to you guys about the shoe. Love your comments. Let me know if you like them. I mean, if you don't like them, let me know if you don't care, or if you do care. I just like talking to you all because you guys bring great feedback and I enjoy you all so much. Thank you for the support. Until next time, see ya.